Hi, welcome to the May Angel reading. We're going to go through today over the next 20 minutes or so. I'll talk to you about the theme for the month. We'll look at the numerology for the month and I'll touch on some of the key astrological dates. And I'm also going to share with you the angel cards that have come up for May. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sandra Ray. I'm an author, healer, and spiritual teacher, and I help people to connect with the angels and receive guidance. So, we're going to look at the theme for the month. So, I was tuning into May, and it's funny because usually when I tune in, I'll get an immediate sense of some word or feeling or something that's coming up for the month ahead. And with May, there wasn't really anything that was coming up predominantly. And as I was tuning in more, it just seemed like there was a mixture of energies coming up. So I know last month the theme that came up was knowledge and remembering. And that was really a powerful theme that was carrying through April. For this month, it feels as if there's going to be lots of different themes coming in and lots of different focuses. So there's not going to be any one particular theme, which is unusual because normally there is an overriding or overarching theme for the month. So there's going to be a lot of energy and mixture of energy, and it will be a really interesting month. So the numerology for the month, May is a 5 month, and 5 relates to change. So we are going to be called on to maybe change or up level in some way. And remembering that change isn't necessarily good or bad. Change is constantly happening. Change simply is. It's a part of life. So it's the issue arises when we try to stop change, when we try to keep things as they are, and we don't want to experience any different, and we want to pause a moment in time. This leads to an imbalance in energy. So we really are being called to look at, well, what needs to change? What am I ignoring? What am I resisting? And if we are resisting, then we may be called to or pushed to change in some way if there's a particular area of your life that you're resisting change. So ask yourself, what changes am I facing? How can I lean into these? How can I embrace them? And really just working towards the change that's being aligned for you. So the astrological dates for the month, we have a few things coming up. We have the 5th of May, which is the 5-5 gateway. I'll explain what that means in a moment. On the 10th of May, we have Mercury going into retrograde. On the 16th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Again, I'll go into this in a minute. And the 21st, we have the start of Gemini season. And of course, on the 30th of May, we have a new moon in Gemini. So let's look at all of that. So as I mentioned, the 5th of the 5th is a gateway or portal where we have this 5 energy. So again, asking yourself, what changes am I resisting? But being in the energy of letting go and trusting that you're being guided, and let the change happen without trying to intercede or to change things that in the direction that you want them to go. Allow the universe to guide it in the direction that it knows is best. And this change will ultimately be for your higher good. Often when we're resisting change, we're trying to direct things in a direction that we think is for our best. And ultimately, we don't have the full picture. So we can force things to happen and we can use our strength and willpower to make things happen. But ultimately, if we tune in, if we listen to the universe, there may be some other change that we hadn't anticipated that is better for us, but we just didn't have sight or knowledge of it. And we force something else to come into play. So just be careful if you are in that energy of being manipulating circumstances or trying to keep things the same and resisting energy, and really just going with flow. And on the 5th of May is a really good time to ask yourself, what am I resisting? How am I trying to direct my life in a way that's against the flow of the universe? So then, as I mentioned, following that on the 10th of May, we have Mercury going into retrograde until the 1st of June. So Mercury is going into retrograde it'll be in its ruling sign, Gemini, for part of it. And Gemini is all about communication. Gemini is the twin energy. It's a light-hearted energy. But of course, we all know with Mercury in retrograde, communication can be stifled. It affects travel. It can be a really introspective time. And Gemini is known for its twin traits, its duality. So Gemini can be a really vivacious, outgoing energy, but it also has an introspective side to it, an introverted side to Gemini, and will be called during this Mercury retrograde to enjoy time in introspection, to go within. So we mentioned about communication. So instead of outward communication, communication is pointing the other direction. It's going within, it's switching to inward communication. And that's all about listening to the voice of your heart, listening to your soul guidance, listening to what's going on inside. And then when the time comes, allowing that to be projected outwards once again. But yeah, really taking time during Mercury retrograde to go within, to listen to the voice of your heart, of your soul, and to follow its guidance. So the 16th of May, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And this will be a total eclipse. So it's also known as a blood moon because it appears as a kind of a pinky red in the sky during the eclipse. So the Scorpio energy, it'll bring this desire to delve into our emotions, to really feel what needs to be felt. But that can also leave a drain on us energetically. We can feel emotionally drained. So if you are feeling that during the full moon, try to let go as much as possible, but also give time for nurturing, for self-care, for being with whatever you need, putting yourself first, and then obviously taking time to give back to others if you have the energy for that. But yeah, really giving to yourself first. And if you find that with the Scorpio energy, your relationships are affected, you may find the full moon is drawing up something that needs to be healed, something that needs to be released. So just be aware and allow yourself to use this full moon to let go of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that needs to be left behind, and to move forward with a positive energy. So on the 21st, we have the beginning of Gemini season, and Gemini season is always a really happy, vibrant time. Gemini energy is that witty, vivacious, versatile energy. And it can be, all about communication, chatting with friends and loved ones, being in that energy of, enjoying the relationships in your life. But because this Gemini season falls in its ruling sign, Mercury will be in retrograde, Gemini and Mercury, obviously the planet is the ruling planet of Gemini. So there will be this retrograde energy, which may be coming up. As I said, Gemini can be introverted or extroverted. It may be coming up not so much as an extroverted energy where you're spending time with more people, but it might be more of an introverted energy where you need to spend more time with yourself. So just be aware of that at the start of the Mercury retrograde. So when we look at the next event, the 30th of May is the new moon in Gemini. So the new moon in Gemini will bring this energy of change, of manifestation. But again, we still have Mercury retrograde, so bear that in mind. And it may be that you're tuning into your feelings more so. It may be that instead of taking inspired action, you're taking more time just to tune into what's coming through with the new moon and the energy. The new moon is all about new beginnings, new starts. So you'll have the ability to be in that energy of tuning in, be in that introspective energy. And when you come to the other side, you may find that you've more energy then to take action, to take inspired action. So we'll really look at the energy that comes up for each individual. You might find that you're feeling energized and that you're really feeling inspired. For others, you might find that you are more introspective during this period and you need time for yourself. So just going with what's coming up for you. So they're the main astrological events coming up. The angel cards that have come up, I was using these Work Your Light cards, and the first card came through. I was laughing because it's Pleiades, and it's saying double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And I was laughing because something I didn't mention, on the 20th of May, the sun aligns with the Pleiades, the star system in the sky that you may have heard of before. And you will have the opportunity to download new frequencies, new information when that sun aligns with Pleiades on the 20th. So yeah, this card is really appropriate for May, for downloading new information, for opening up to channeling, uplifting humanity. So you'll find on the 20th that will be a really supportive time when the sun aligns with the Pleiades to do that. So the second card that came up is this card. So it says, yes, just say yes. And it's a confirmation that this change that I was talking about, if you are working with your soul, working with your being heart-centered and working with your intuition and really tuning into what's coming up, if you're receiving guidance about some change that you need to make, then saying yes to it, saying yes and embracing it wholeheartedly. And even if it does feel a little bit scary or it might be something completely new to you, it's about embracing change, saying yes, and taking that leap of faith. And then the third card is this one. It says, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So again, really asking yourself, have you been shying away from responsibilities? And that could be, I'm not really talking about day-to-day responsibilities. I'm talking about soul, your soul mission and what you're here to do. And if you are dimming your light, if you are not in your power, if you are maybe if you have a mission that you know you're here to do, but you just can't seem to step into it, May will be the month that will usher you forward, that will help you with step into your soul purpose and to really embrace it and know that you have great purpose and that you're here for a reason, that you are so important. And when you really embrace your power, you light the way for so many others. It really just has such a ripple effect. So embrace yourself, embrace your gifts, embrace your power, and know that you don't need to dim your light to fit in. You may feel like you're different from others in your life. You may feel that you need to act or be or do what they do, but you have special gifts to share, and know that they will be welcomed wholeheartedly by your soul tribe. So, and often when one person steps up, then it opens the way for so many more. So I hope that makes sense. It's going to be a really just a wonderful month for new opportunities, for change, for alignment, and it'll really be a special time. So I hope you are able to use that energy to step into your highest self. So thank you once again for being here, and I will see you very soon for another episode of the Fiercely Spiritual podcast. Bye bye.